Hello everyone, this is Youth Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. Today we are once again burning orbs because we're still in the waiting party crew. We're pretty much waiting for the next duo hero we want to plus 10. I'm concerned that it's not going to be the next duo hero coming up, so we're currently actually around over 2,400 orbs. I just haven't gone around to collecting them all yet from chain challenges, main story, and paralogs and whatnot. So we're actually going to start here by going for a single copy of Legendary Hinoka for no real reason, honestly, because we're not trying to plus 10 her. And honestly, the shared focus is pretty bad for us. We already have Legendary Nana at plus 10, and of course her fodder isn't really great. And then we already have rearmed Ophelias from our previous summoning shenanigans, so there's that. Honestly, I should probably be going for one copy of Legendary Male Robin, because that's probably also worthwhile, but we will see here. Our max budget's about 400 orbs. That generally guarantees you will get a copy of the specific focus hero you're looking for, unless you get super unlucky. So we'll start with there. We'll go for reds and then green as secondary, and to save time we're going to skip animations, of course, because we have more summoning after this, because there's the double special heroes banner. We're gonna try and pick up a copy of... okay. Sure, I guess. Well, that sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's just not Hinoka, and the sooner we get out of here, the more orbs we save, so that would be nice. We're trying to pick up a copy of Duo Elise, but there's also, I forget which Triandra alt it is, but there is a Triandra alt on the banner, so we probably could do well picking up. I would ideally like 2 copies of Triandra, and then I don't really care what IVs the Duo Elise has, but that is very expensive statistically to ask for such a thing. I don't know if we want to do that. Oh, there we go. Alright, summoning over Kappa. We might go for... what's his name? Robin here. That's pretty solid. Plus speed minus HP, because her no counterattack shenanigans depends on her speed. If she doesn't have weapon triangle advantage, which she doesn't have weapon triangle advantage against a good amount of units, so that is a thing. That's cool. Honestly, the thing about Legendary Male Robin is he's really there for just support. As a unit himself, he is really just a stat stick, and all of his skills being tied to having more than 25% HP when his base HP is super low. Yeah, let's just say we've been able to work around him a lot nowadays, and I feel like he's more for hyper stacking units and modes where hyper stacking is really strong, like summoner duels, for example, or I guess ether raids, especially during chaos season or something. That's definitely viable. But like Sather, we don't really use anymore in Astral Season, and even though we don't have Dagger, she really needs her remix. So I think we're going to skip for now, and if we change our mind too late, so be it. It's not the end of the world. On this banner, it's going to be colorless priority and then red afterwards, because I really wouldn't mind picking up a harmonized Lyn just to have one, but not the end of the world if we don't get her. And then we'd probably go green, because I cannot be bothered to care for the blue focus on this banner. So we'll get started here. We'll see how many orbs it takes. I actually did get extremely lucky picking up that Hinoka super early, So it might balance out here on this part of our summoning. We'll see. Colorless is definitely a pain. Because of course a lot of the units in the pool are not great for fodder, for just general use. We already have a lot of healers as combat manuals, so picking up more of them really isn't going to change much. But from my understanding, I believe, I forget the statistics already, to pick up one copy of each unit is already on average closer to, I think, 150 orbs or something, which is very expensive. Of course, that's because there is shared focus here. That's the reason why it's expensive. To actually plus 10 one of these units costs on average, I want to say 1800 orbs on colorless. Could be wrong about that. It might be more because of pool inflation. But the top end is horrendous. I think 90th percentile is like 2500 orbs, aka more orbs than we actually have. So I was thinking about, maybe we could try plus 10ing dual Elise. Her scoring, because she is a dual hero, I believe her effect gives her a rating of 200 BST, which is insane for a healer, for clear reasons. Of course, healers still struggle with scoring in the assist department. I think they're stuck with their 300 SP assists, but that's not the end of the world. I believe her scoring is 4 points lower than the highest scoring duo heroes right now, if I'm not mistaken. So it's basically half a bin scoring in arena, which is a relevant difference, especially when we're fumbling with bonus units. But honestly, I feel like plus 10ing her now is pretty short-sighted in my opinion, just because her duo skill is not great in a meta where debuffs are more helpful. I guess dominance technically still doesn't care as long as the foe doesn't neutralize penalties. If you're like Legendary Male Robin, for example, this dominance is of course dealt damage, so it doesn't care about if you have 5000 res. You're still going to do that damage. But Poetic Justice is really what, and Holy Pressure here is what allows Dual Elise to nuke like a truck, or hit like a truck. I don't know, same difference. So, well, we do pick up Dual Elise here pretty quickly. Solid. In before minus attack. Okay, that's whatever. We'll take it. Of course, we're gonna keep summoning here because we're also going for the Triandra. Okay, we get Mistance instead. That's totally worth it. I wonder if they're ever going to do something similar to Legendary and Mythic remixes, where they'll give old pool units new skills. I always keep wondering to myself, should I really be merging these random 5-stars we get? For example, the original Young Tiki, I have her at like +5 or +6 or something, just from randomly summoning her so many times, which is pretty funny. But who knows, maybe they'll actually do that in the future, but by the time that happens, we either probably have stopped playing the game, or it's just completely irrelevant to fodder, so there's that. Not really sure at this point how much we should be expecting to burn for Triandra here, because we very well could just get a second duo Elise. And I wouldn't mind. I don't know if I would merge or fodder. I forgot what color we were going for here. I think it was red. Yeah, because there's red. But we get Lilna instead. Another thing we also do is we just kind of hoard fodder and then we just never use it, so that's definitely a thing. And well, really, we're picking up Triandra because at some point, I don't know if we want to pick up 2 copies here, because again, that's on the greedy side of things. a Firestorm Dance 3. I feel like the Desperation. Kanto's definitely nice. I feel like Desperation is pretty solid. Because it's not like you have to have a certain amount of HP for it to proc, it's just a status effect. And to my knowledge, we don't have any units yet that ignore status effects. That would be pretty game breaking, honestly, but being able to have all your attacks go off before the foe can counterattack, especially if you're doing something like quadding, or heck, just doubling, is pretty solid, especially against a bunch of units that just hit end turn, like save units. It can definitely help you shred them. Similar to how Legendary Hinoka can shred some save units, because of course she has her no counterattack shenanigans. So, a lot of units running, say, Armored Beacon or Armored Glow, for example, they can't actually use their special to deal a ton of damage back because they aren't countering. Similar idea with the Desperation shenanigans, is just that on paper you would want to nuke before they get to proc their special. Of course, chances are they're gonna get their damage reduction from from the specials, because proc condition, but they aren't going to actually get any of the damage off from it, so far I think we're doing okay. We're getting to that point where we're approaching average, I believe. I don't know how many orbs we've actually used so far for this banner. Wasn't really paying attention, so we will see. I think that's third Lucius on the day. Summoning is totally not rigged in pools. Oh, there we go. We picked up Triandra just as we were talking about her. I don't think we're gonna summon any of the other orbs. It's kind of whatever. Plus speed is fine, because she's a more offensive dancer. I don't know if we want to pick up the second copy, actually. I'll be back. We're gonna take a look at the statistics real quick. Okay, so from the looks of it, we would have to budget about 360 orbs to quote-unquote guarantee we get a second Triandra, and chances are along the way we'd pick up another Dual Elise. I think we're just gonna go for it for the memes, because at this point, I don't feel like... I'm getting that feeling the next duo hero is not going to be the unit we're gonna summon for. I'm just waiting. At first I thought it was Duo Crom, because I figured, worst case scenario, he's just a support bot with the change fate. And then I figured, maybe we can do a little better than just being a support bot locked. I don't know. Duo Elise, I can't really say we wouldn't be hurting if we burnt all our orbs to plus 10er here. Chances are we probably would use a lot of the orbs we have to plus 10er. That is definitely a thing, but I don't know. Of course, Mystic Boost 4 is also gaining in popularity because of the healer shenanigans. But I don't know. Using her in Arena would definitely be broken as heck though, because no counterattack shenanigans, which is super strong. We get Brave Quad here, sure. Team summoning man. Okay. IVs don't matter, but he is plus attack. I think I already have a plus attack one, so it doesn't matter. Consistently getting colorless orbs now, which is cool, and there's the second Dual Elise. And this one's minus speed. Plus HP though. Definitely the superior IV Kappa. What is it? I forget what banner that this Leo is from. I've seen people use him in Ether raids. Definitely can be annoying on both sides. I think he's stronger on offense for support rather than defense. I've seen some silly things on defense though. Ever since Milla got her remix, I did run into a meme super Milla team where they just spam Millas in a line for isolation spam. Obviously, folks can generally just hit end turn unless they do the raid boss strategy, you know, a ton of Millas and then some super stacked unit. But Milla buffs defense, so it's kind of awkward. You would really have to use someone like, I don't know, Brave Dimitri who actually takes advantage of the defense buffs. But also, with all of those, oh, we get a free spark even with the free purchase of the Fade Pass subscription. But also, with Mill's Remix, she also just chucks a ton of stats for free within that 7x7 box, which is really nice. For sure. Can't complain about that. And so when you stack that many Millas, that's a good amount of stats. Just imagine a line of, I don't know, let's just say 5 Millas, and then 2 raid boss units, or you can only have 6 units on defense, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe it would be 5 Millas, maybe 4 Millas, depending on the map, you can maybe get away with 4. But let's just say 5 Millas and 1 raid boss, just to keep it simple. Then you get that plus 25 HP, plus 25 defense, I believe, and then with all those Millas, it's plus 20 to all stats for being in range of all of them. That just sounds funny. Now, of course, in practice, people can just work around that. They don't have to only deal with the raid boss unit. But of course, the Millas, especially if she's on bonus that week for offense, you could totally have some pretty tanky Millas because her base stats nowadays, especially when you max her out, you get some pretty solid bulk, like 60s, 70s, and then of course there's the other Milla supporting, so she can reasonably on defense have 80 to 90 plus res in defense. On defense, especially on bonus. That sounds funny. Maybe we should make that a ton of plus 10 Millas to try it out, Kappa. That would be a funny defense, though. But we would really be relying her to be on bonus. But at this point, how many orbs have we burnt? I think we burned about 340... Wait, 300 something orbs? No, not even 300 orbs yet. We're definitely doing okay so far, but of course it's not over till it's over. We can definitely just get another duo Elise and start the meme train. Not ideal, but sort of thing. If only IS just decided to give everyone a free subscription for Fade Pass so we could just use the Spark, but that's not how that works. Spark's definitely super useful for reducing costs for summons, but we do get the second Triandra, which is very nice. Super solid. We'll pull the second colorless orb here just for Hex. We're just gonna get Emery here. I wasn't expecting anything. Do we want a sunk cost fallacy and summon the next 2 red orbs? Even if it's Lind, it would she would realistically only help us out in like res scoring, which we don't care for. It's more of the if we happen to get her along the way, then sure, but yeah, we're just gonna back out here. And yeah, we already have Ninja Camilla, so the best case scenario isn't really a great scenario for us. I guess remote Sparrow fodder, Kappa. We don't even have 1 copy of her, so we would need to pull back-to-back copies. Definitely not feasible on your average summoning scenario. But overall, this one's plus attack. Interesting. I think we'll just stick with plus speed, probably. But overall, pretty darn solid summoning. We got Ophelia and Rearmed Ophelia and Legendary Hinoka on the Legendary banner pretty quickly, and then we ended up getting 2 Duo Elises and 2... Is it Spring Triandra? I don't remember the ult banners anymore. ult banner themes anymore. And we also got Brave Claude and Mist from 4-star special focus. And overall, I think we spent like what is that, 280 or something so orbs. Not too bad, can't complain, given one of them was the double special heroes. I mean, they're both pretty bad banners for general rates, but that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!